Hi, Karen Hadley here from Auckland, New Zealand, and today for Global Stampin' Video Hop I am highlighting handmade layered cards. I'm going to be using the True Beauty bundle, this gorgeous stamp set, the dies and the papers. The papers are just absolutely stunning, and what I wanted to share with you and what I'm going to be using today is these dies coordinate perfectly with the images on some of the sheets. So it makes it so easy just to die cut a whole lot of images and put them together. But just to quickly show you the stunning paper, both sides have wonderful imagery. This side has all the gorgeous flowers, and the reverse side has, let me see if I can flick this over without dropping any, has lovely washed images and coordinating imagery. So let me pop this to one side and we will get started. Okay, so I'm just using a basic white card base, and I have pre-cut some bits of designer series paper here. Now I have roughed up all the edges, and I'll just quickly show you how I do it with this. I've used the stitched rectangle dies to do this one, and I am just running my scissors. I try and get as close to the middle section there, and that works for me really well, just to give it a good rough. Now of course you don't have to do this technique. I love it. I think it just adds so much extra texture and interest to your project. But obviously if you don't like that sort of look, if you like a cleaner look, then by all means go for that. Let me just burnish that a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to glue this piece on here. Now when I glue these pieces on like this that I have roughed up the edges, I like to not glue very close to the edge because I do want it to lift up and look, keep that sort of rough look. So I'll just glue in the middle. Okay, now I've just got some strips here that I'm going to add, just some bits and pieces, scraps really actually, I must admit, little bits that are left over, and I just wanted to add to this. So let's take that down to there. Just some different shapes and pops of colour. Let me see where I'm just here. Just going to add this little bit to the side, like that. And then I might add that piece to the bottom. There we go. And then I'm going to pop the whole lot on. So it's just adding layers, pops of colour. There we go. And as I've said, I've cut out the flowers, etc. And I'm going to be using these. Okay. Now I'm going to pop this piece on as well, but I wanted to pop that on the top. So as you can see, you don't need to waste any of your beautiful designer series paper. There's always a little spot you can add them to or put on a project, just a little surprise pop of colour or something like that. Okay, now pop some of these on. Now I'm going to be using mainly glue because there are so many layers. I don't want it to be too thick. So I am going to, there's another piece over here, glue a lot of the under layers, and then, okay, so starting off with those there, and then I'm going to put this one on top. These are longer, so I want to pop these in first. this middle part is going to be covered, so I sort of know that's all right. But once I go to do the flowers, etc., I like to add them before I glue them down. Not add them, that doesn't make much sense, does it? But I like to put them in place before I put them down to make sure that they are going to be okay. So let me pop these on. Now I will put these on with dimensionals, and then I can glue and pop the leaves underneath. Okay. Just to give yourself a bit of a, make sure it's all balanced, if you know what I mean. Put it in place. Take that one up to there a little bit more. Okay. It's just a matter of playing around until you're happy with, when you look at it, that you're happy with where they're positioned. And let's get my going to pop a dimensional in the middle, because you'll see I'm going to pop the leaves and things around shortly. Remembering now where you have it. Okay. In there. And we can go there. Whoops. Sticky fingers. And okay. So let's pop some leaves on. I'm going to pop one there. And I might pop the light one down there. And the dark one in here. I love playing around like this and just popping things in until you're happy to where you've got everything. And now I have those in a minute. So I'm going to just glue these. Just a little bit of glue down the bottom. Pop that in. And that makes it so easy. Just die cutting. You just die cut a whole lot of pieces out and you play around until you're happy. Adding the layers. There we go. And whoops, last leaf. And a bit there. Okay. Now I have some of these, and I'm going to, whoops, that's got a bit of gold. These are the smaller ones, just a bit of contrasting colour in there. And I will add one in here. And one in here. And I've got one more. Now, shall I put this one? Let's see. I'll put it in there. No. Put it in there. Yeah, that might be good. Perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to be using, before that I'm going to put a little bit of Winter Stella, I think, just randomly on the flower there, just add a bit. I don't know if you can see it. I'll hold it up But the Winker Stella just adds that little bit of gorgeous shimmer to the flowers. I don't know if you can see that, probably a bit. And so I've already done this. This is stamped in Mossy Meadow just because, and I'm going to pop it across here. Well, I always knew I wanted to, so I have got, let me see, that's perfect. So I've got dimensionals on the second half here, or a strip of dimensionals, because I knew it was going to stick on. Now I'm still deciding. There we go. Perfect. So I want to add a bow. I'm going to use this beautiful petal pink ribbon, which is really, really soft. I have cut it in half though, because I didn't want it quite as thick as this for this project. And so because I want to put it underneath the sentiment, I am not going to tie a knot. I am going to just do some loops like so and so. It's like I'm tying a bow. It's not very even though, so let's move down a little bit. 1 and 2. There we go. No knot, and we're going to pop it under there. Let's move that in a little bit though. There we go. And it looks as though you have tied a bow underneath there. So let's trim that down just a little. And this one. It's like cutting hair, isn't it? You do one a little bit shorter, so you've got to go back and do the other one. There we go. And this is your handmade layered card. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you give it a go, and please make sure that you hop along to the rest of the amazing videos that will be linked in my comments, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the rest of my videos. So take care everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye.